think the number one thing I would say with Eric is he really teaches you to trust your horse, you know, and to tell, you know, you can only really do that with good horses, but you have to learn how to ride good horses also. You know, if you've ridden difficult horses all your life, it's a whole other sport to ride good ones who want to go in and win and do what you're asking them to do, because not all horses are like that. And I think that Eric is a master at teaching you to have confidence in your horse, and he's also a competitor, so he teaches you to be a competitor also, you know. Second place isn't always good enough. Eric's actually really good at that. He's very good at being hard when he needs to be and being nice when he also needs to be, you know. He knows me really, really well too, so I think that he's usually always spot on. He knows when it's time to be tough and when it's time to be hard, and he's awesome. I don't know, I think he's passionate about teaching. He has, you know, I think Eric's somebody who has won pretty much everything that there is to win in this sport. I mean, obviously there's always more stuff to win and learn and all of that, but he's a fairly accomplished rider, and he's somebody who's very passionate about his students, and he loves to see us do well, and you really feel that in him. You know, you really feel him want you to do well. You know, he's always going to push you and everything, but I don't know. He's got a gift of teaching for sure. I mean, he's an amazing teacher. He can teach anybody, and you always come away feeling like you learned something, and every horse is I mean, he's amazing. He's a really, really good teacher, but I think the reason he's so good is because he loves to do it. It all depends, you know. In Europe, it's a different show schedule than here. You know, here, typically, you kind of set up for a couple weeks. You get there, you flat for a couple days, then you show and this and that. There, it's not like this. You go home, you're at the farm for 2 or 3 days, then the horses travel, go to the show, and then come back, you know. So typically, I mean, a normal week in Europe, if I were to be showing, we would usually school on like the Monday or Tuesday. The horses would travel on the Wednesday or Thursday, depending on when the horse show starts, and then they would show 3 days in a row once they arrive at the show. Then they'd go home and then either rest the following week or do it all again. I don't know if it's easier. They all seem to fare quite well, though. I mean, we have a nice lorries that drive them around, and they're all very good at that now, you know. They've got a lot of experience of doing that, so, you know, you really learn to just sort of hit the ground running when you get there. You don't get a couple days to get organized, let your horses see the area flat for a day, you know. You don't have any of that. You literally, like, arrive, jog, show. I find it a lot more competitive over there just because you're only there for 3 days, so you don't have a day to kind of go and school. You go and you show. You're competing the first day. If it's a speed, you run. If you know what I mean, like, you really kind of go. Every class counts. And the riders over there, I mean, there are really good riders here, but there are really good riders there too, good horses, and everybody's very competitive. So that's what I would say. I think at this point in my career or my life, if I could choose, I would much rather show in Europe. I enjoy it a lot more. Spruce Meadows is different. I mean, it's amazing here, so it's always fun to come home. But if I could choose, I would definitely be over there. I feel it's very beneficial to be over there for sure. Not at all, no. My mom worked for the airline and my dad was a firefighter. I just loved horses from when I was born, like always, and nobody had anything to do with horses. I started riding the local schools thing, and then I was a working student for ever since, until I really met Eric, kind of. Yeah, they're cool. I mean, his best 2 horses for sure right now are Verdi and Derlichin. For sure, Delphine knows them better than I do, but Verdi's actually quite a character. He's got a lot of personality, and he's kind of, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but he's a bit cocky. But he's a cool horse. He's a cool horse. He knows that he's good, and he goes with that. And Durley's really sweet. She's a big horse, but she doesn't act like a big one, and she likes to sleep a lot, and she sleeps like completely sprawled out in the stall all the time. She's really funny. She's really cute. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Coriana is not very nice. She's kind of a cow. But she's good at what she does, so we all love her for that. He's really cool. He's sweet. He's a little bit stallion-y, but he's a cool horse. He's got a lot of personality, but he's nice to be around for sure. And Takeoff's really sweet too. That's one of his. Takeoff. It's a little bay mare that he rides. She's very sweet. He's had her for a while. So we're cheering for Dirty. Yeah, Dirty. But Verdi's cool too. Verdi's just like knows he's good. So. So do you know when the stuff gets announced? Well, it's been really a little bit back and forth. I don't know. I think they have to name the team, like they have to put forth the names to the Equine Canada, I think by the 26th of June or something like this. And then they name, I think the final team has to go to the Olympic Committee the 9th of July or something like that. So.
Right. And so you'll just wait.
Just wait. Keep my fingers crossed.
But you're going and you get selected.
I mean, that'd be kind of beyond your wildest dreams, you know, especially for someone like me. I didn't come from any money, or there was nothing in my growing up to indicate that I would ever be in the position I'm in right now. So I would be, yeah, it would be pretty cool. Well, I have a little secret. I'm kind of a big dreamer. So it is something I dreamt about. It was just nothing I ever told anybody else because they would think I was crazy. So I mean, no, not a long time coming, because it's not something that I would have ever thought would have been possible even a year ago. So it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not something that I've been like poised and ready for 4 years and now it's the chance. It's really something that's come up rather recently, and if I get to go, I'll make the best of it for sure.
Yeah, so if you get the nod, there's going to be a big party.
Hell yeah!
And